5:30, we are starting with the race for governor. A brand new and exclusive poll shows incumbent Governor Ned Lamont holds a 15-point lead over Republican challenger Bob Stefanowski. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Zinni.
And hi, everyone. I'm Erin Connolly. The CT Insider, Channel 3 Eyewitness News, Western New England University poll came out about 12 hours ago. And now Dan Haar with Hearst, Connecticut Media is joining us by Zoom to break down what this poll means for both candidates. Dan, as always, thanks for being with us.
Great to be here.
So first off, what are your big takeaways from this poll?
Well, the big takeaway is that we've had a couple of previous polls that showed 17 points and 10 points. And this poll shows that the bigger number is not a fluke, right? Because these are very legitimate polls by well-known polling organizations, Western New England included. And so this shows that Governor Lamont's lead really is what it is. Bob Stefanowski says no. His internal polling shows that it is within the margin of error. That's what he told me when I asked him that question on Friday. I don't know that that's true. I mean, I know that he may be getting a poll, but I don't know that that's
one of the takeaways from this, Dan, is women, right? And women, by a large margin, are supporting Governor Lamont. Why do you think that is? What's going on here?
Well, traditionally, women do support the Democrat more than the Republican, and Bob Stefanowski is an especially, at least in his last campaign, he was an especially hard-edged Republican. And so that tends to be more of a turnoff for women, and that's where his big gap is right now. It's really just a simple matter of style and policy preference, right? Women like to see, I don't know that I see this in my life. I don't from day to day. In polls, you see that women tend to favor the person who wants to spend more money on government. Why that is, I don't know. Whether that's true, I don't know in real life. That's what polls seem to show us. However, in the case of Bob Stefanowski, the battleground is, of course, in getting the vote out. He does have a path to victory here. It's narrower and narrower by the week. His path to victory is hoping that Governor Lamont does not get his vote out from the cities, the big, huge margins in Hartford, Waterbury, New Haven, and Bridgeport, and hoping that he does get his vote out from men and from the unaffiliated voters who are still close to equal with him. And that's where we are.
Yeah, let's talk about men. We talked about women, but Stefanowski and Lamont showing in this poll in particular, they're evenly matched. This tends to lean as not good news for Stefanowski. How do you view that?
Well, I think that his message, what I'm seeing here is that his message is getting through. That is on crime, on economics, on some social issues, but certainly not abortion, although on abortion he says he's right where Lamont is. But his message is getting through, and yet it is Bob Stefanowski that's not getting through. Right? In other words, people will probably tend to agree with him that the economy is a big problem because of inflation. People agree with him that crime is a problem. People may disagree with Ned Lamont that it's a big problem. But he himself, Bob Stefanowski, is having trouble getting through as a candidate. And that's my takeaway here.
All right, Dan Haar, always good to see you. We appreciate your insight as always. Thank you.
Great to be here.
And Dan Haar writes about politics for Hearst, Connecticut Media. You can read his columns on ctinsider.com and in the New Haven Register, Connecticut Post, Middletown Press, and the other local Hearst newspapers.